got something to eat because
Mukbang.
I'm hungry.
We gotta do some mukbang lives together too.
Okay, I'm live,
Oh, dang.
live. Hey y'all,
What's up?
it's
What's up?
trial
What's
and error.
up?
It's been a minute, and I got my cousin, the Bernie page, in here.
Ew. Ew. Hello, hello, hello. Hold on, I can't
What
see.
is going on, y'all?
I'm going to the comments right here. Hi, K baby. Hi,
I'm
Sherry.
pulling up my thing over here. I gotta get me a new laptop. Now that's a fact.
Tell you that was the sign that you were looking for. Y'all, I had to have my undershirt. It's cold. Don't judge me.
Y'all, it's been a long time since I've been on here. I just been working and taking care of the family and dealing with life. But I wanted to come and talk to y'all real fast and just get y'all opinion and chop it up. Okay.
Period.
So hey, hey, K baby, Sherry, butterflyness. And y'all, I've been wearing my glasses because I want to get LASIK. So I ain't with it. I ain't with it.
Hi, you guys. How you guys?
Look, I didn't know that it showed that I was about to go live when I started the thing. So we were just sitting here talking, and then
Running
I seen when y'all came in.
for real, for real.
So I
Running
know.
house. Y'all.
So we
No,
just gonna we're gonna talk about Choke No Joke live yesterday
which was
and
amazing.
some other stuff. I just want y'all opinion on what y'all think about how just somebody getting some information and going to do their own research. What y'all think about it?
And
Or
how fast he got the facts, though.
yeah.
Hold on. My lighting is
Oh,
crazy.
you just had your eye surgery. How was it? Hey, 71 Suburban
Hi.
Girl. Now, I want to know how it was. Like, I'm scared because of the thought of the whole thing, but I got to get out of these glasses. My vision is terrible. But I want y'all opinion. Is it an issue for y'all? Is somebody come on and they start doing commentary on like the R. Kelly situation? Do you look at it as an opportunity to just like a money opportunity, or how do y'all view that? I just want y'all opinion on it because to me I don't have a problem with somebody coming on the scene and seeing the bigger picture of what's going on and
Especially,
reaching their audience.
especially when they're doing the work. Can I put my opinion on it?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like this. And that's why every time I go live, when I end, I be trying to encourage people to utilize that platform, right? And just like so we can saturate the internet. It's so saturated with negativity on R. Kelly. So why is it such a bad thing with somebody? I don't care what your motive is at that point. Because my thing is, if y'all actually did your homework, not y'all personally, but the people that's naysayers or whatever, and having an opinion about him coming on R. Kelly's scene, if you look at his personal stuff, sorry, if you look at his personal page on Instagram, you'll see that he been seeing the F ish, but he was just on the fence. But he was calling out some of the same stuff that we saw. Period. Hold on, my kids are trying me. Hold on.
I'm weak, but I listen. I like the way he run his platform because he had both sides on it. That's what I like about it.
It's unbiased, and that's okay. We was able, and you see that went. He was open minded. He went and said, you know what? Okay, let me go and see what's really going on. Let me see what they sending me. I gotta send him some more stuff. I gotta send him videos of Asante McGee too, and I gotta send him them videos of Joycelyn so he see it for himself. She left willingly and how excited she was about R. Kelly. So And the videos of Haley Calhoun, he need to see that she still wanted to be with him. She just didn't like the whole sharing situation. Which I mean, who does? Like I don't either. But
Right.
you want to share?
So, Butterfly Finance said, I think most of it is a money bag because most of the bloggers are running ads. So once you monetize,
It's gonna be on.
um, it's gonna run ads anyway. What's good, Dom K? What's good? It's gonna run ads anyway, and like, is it bad to speak about it and then be compensated through like YouTube if your channel is monetized? Is that like a bad thing?
It's an
I just
unavoidable thing. It's gonna happen regardless. But
I
don't.
know,
But
but yeah, that was. I mean, I like that he got a large platform with um a different crowd. So I like that.
I don't even want to do no makeup. I really don't.
But do y'all not know that I sat here and watched that interview that Alice did a million times, and I never noticed that she just went from crying to laughing?
Bro, she looked
That was
evil.
like the weirdest thing.
And look, it's stuff like that. Somebody from a different point of view can pull stuff like that. Cause they really
Cause
like
I
looking at
was like,
what
I
we
know you lying.
trying to see what the heck we see or whatever. And like I just listen, I really feel like she was on some corny ish. She was giving that POP, holding it down voice. And I just at that point I feel like she was laughing at herself. Okay.
Right. So 71 Suburban Girl said YouTube don't pay for R. Kelly commentary. That's why I think a lot of bloggers kind of backed up.
I mean
I
some
mean,
of them like Nick and Night. Some but that
well,
was really in it for just the money thing. And I mean, not saying that that's her purpose. She still put in that work, and she saw the FG. But some people
yeah,
really they got to do they get their bag. They taking care of their kids off of this type of stuff. That's their
right.
job.
But
She
you
still put
are
some.
correct. I mean, like when people say it's all, it be like all for money. Just from videos that I've seen that I've done, it don't bring in much revenue. You know what I'm
And
saying? So I don't think that it's just a money grab. Now, I mean, people have benefited from the commentary, but any blogger talking about anything, they're gonna benefit from subscribers if they like the content that they put out. You know what I'm saying?
if they monetize, look, I'm not even
Right,
monetizing my ish, and I do this because I got boys. A lot of people don't understand that part of it. A lot of people like, oh, you say that. No, this is real life. My kids, I be damned. You know what I'm saying? I be damned. Hold on.
yeah.
My lighting is so bad, yo.
But what else? I got me some notes because I had my mind be bad. I got kids. Oh yeah. But y'all, one thing I do like is the fact that people who believe that he guilty and people believe that he innocent combine together on a platform and have an intelligent, mature conversation. That is everything for me. It really is.
Not beefing. It ain't just about trying to tear each
Yes.
other down. We like really pointing out facts, and some facts are undeniable. You can talk big ish like then we got people like, well, all right, you do got a point there. Drew, go somewhere.
I think the biggest issue in this whole just situation is when you look at people that say that they want him in jail is the fact that they go back to the 2008 trial and they speak on Aaliyah and they just automatically be like, man, forget that he deserved to be in jail because he married Aaliyah in that 2008 trial, right? So
Don't
my question to people who believe that is it okay? Is it okay for somebody to say you did something, spread a bunch of rumors on you, and then you go to jail for lies, like for the people who feel that way, do it make sense?
Nope.
Like it sounds good to say, I guess, but if you was in those shoes, would it make sense to you? And you say, "Well, I deserve it because," and I'm just saying, this allegedly, I ain't saying that he did or did not do something, but because I did something else, so I deserve this now because I did something in my past, or I got accused for something in my past. That shit is crazy to me.
It don't make sense, and that's what I was trying to explain. Even then, like last night, my friend that was over here, she just 100% against R. Kelly, the person. Like she not even looking about law or anything. She's like, if it's morally wrong, then he should be in jail. No, I said that's not the law. You can not agree all day with his choices and what he want to do with his life, but it's not illegal. Johnson, well, did he mess with them at 18? I said 18 is a legal age. But what men want to be with 18? What do they have in common? I get your point. But that is not anything dealing with the law. And I'm trying to make her understand if you can start breaking stuff like that and just going morally off of things, everybody can be locked up on anything. You can't
Right.
what you say? I said, what you do? Girl, why she say bid room too? You know she's from Baltimore. But anyway, I'm like, just things that you're doing out here, you know what I'm saying, on a regular. You can go to jail for that. And you just feel like it's regular life. Um, listen, I mean, he 12 play was like, we had this discussion, like, he really got a different hit. What we consider foreplay, he got an extensive version. And maybe I just need to spice up my life or
Shoot.
something. I don't know.
He added more on to it, baby.
I'm
Just saying.
not against that. Like,
So did y'all pay attention? And I know a lot of people probably didn't stay on that other live when Angelo was on there. But Angelo made a point and said that Disney don't allow parents to manage the kids. So
mm-hmm.
they said no to it. They didn't go with Disney. But then on the other hand, you gonna turn around and tell me that you sent your daughter off to go tour with R. Kelly to be mentored, and y'all still like manage her. So it's like make it make sense. I'm like, Joe, I want to know what what
No, like, listen, it didn't make no sense whatsoever. Like, and you ain't even know this dude from a can of paint. You only know his industry personality. You don't know nothing. And then if you don't even know that because you claim you didn't know nothing about the 2008 trial.
my thing is another point that people that believe that he's guilty and he should spend the rest of his life in prison. They like to bring up a point and say, "Will you leave your kids around him?" But truth of the matter is, people, ain't leaving their kids with
I
no
know.
stranger, like no man, no adult. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't. I've been trying to process out of
Sure,
the
I know
justification.
average uncles. And so if you don't sit on nobody's lap, it's certain rules you just set in place, no matter if it was family or not. So let's
Right.
stop. Yeah. Now, there's some parents out here that's really careless like them and don't
Same.
care because at the end of the day, my child ain't finna tell me I'm killing myself. Da, da, da. No, I don't want you to kill yourself, but you're gonna have to try to act on that. And guess what? I'm gonna take your behind to the hospital, and they're gonna revive you. And I'm gonna beat your. Okay, not beat. Lord, please, like you too. Don't get me. Like, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. Like, what we're not finna do is you're not finna be the parent, and I become the child. You're not finna parent me and tell me how I'm finna run you when I pushed you out. I'm gonna steer you
I
the
remember
right way.
one time.
Wrong.
I remember one time my sister was having a temper tantrum and she wouldn't get her way, and she told my mama she was gonna kill herself. Y'all don't judge my mama, but she told her, she said, "Oh, you want to kill yourself? How you want to do it? What you want? You want the knife? You want the pills? What you want?" And she said, "I'll go get it, and I bet you ain't gonna do it." And I was looking like,
Yeah.
"Mom, I know you lying, but it's like you ain't gonna use killing yourself as a weapon against the parent."
Exactly. A lot of people that, and I'm not saying that really call your kids bluff. If that's the case, you gonna tell me you gonna kill yourself? Bet You feel that strongly about this situation?
Were you
I'm,
taking them to the hospital?
I'm taking you straight to them folks.
Yeah,
You're not
but
gonna, that's not gonna be on my conscience either. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, I don't want you to really act on it. And then if you do, because my thing is, the real people that's really trying to do that, they ain't giving nobody warnings.
right. I tell you, she called her bluff. I tell you that.
No, she
But I
didn't.
know.
She let her go and do that BS and take
No,
her.
I was talking about my mama. I said my mama called her
Oh,
bluff because baby, she was like,
okay.
"How you want it? How you trying to leave her?" But um, an important key player in this situation, though, and I may be hopping around because I'm just talking off the top of my head. A key player in this is Jared Greg.
Your
I
thought?
believe he was pulling a lot of strings because based on that interview that he did when he was saying that they
He
had
is,
to switch it up because it was nothing illegal that was done.
he is such an Uncle Tom.
Yeah, I mean he was the one pulling the strings. Now he's been said parent.
Parent, but the parents, the parents. It's so weird because I was listening to what's her name yesterday while she was here. She really talked like them, and it's so strong. And a jacket that make you hug
I
yourself.
know that's real. Make you hug yourself. You gonna learn to love yourself, right? But
My thing is, if she
yeah,
was talented, she wouldn't need an R. Kelly or nobody specific because her talent would have showed through. And I'm not saying she's not talented. I'm just saying if y'all was really pushing her how y'all claim y'all was and putting all this money behind her, you wouldn't need R. Kelly to push no ish. You could push the radio station, all of that. You could pay for it since you got all this bank.
but it's the whole Disney was gonna give you an opportunity and you turned it down.
She definitely could have did a long, long run in Disney. Had she not got them boobs, she could have did a long run. She still looked childish, so she really could have got a whole. You know what I'm saying? No offense, girl. Look, I look like a kid too. That's why I'm doing my makeup before I go out. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't judge me. I'm
Girl, you
not.
still look 11.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't look 11. You pushing me.
God, please, you look the same way.
Anyway,
I want to give my personal opinion, and I want to get your opinion or whatever when it comes to when they talk about the lawyers,
who who is that?
like people in
Oh
general. When they say like Kenneth failed him. Now I can't listen. Some of them other ones like that's been on the whole time. Yes, they failed him. But what are your thoughts on the trial as far as the lawyer?
My thoughts is I feel like Kenny did an awesome job with the time that was allotted. I feel like Drew's trying me in the background, so just hold on and give your opinion. I'm coming right back.
I'm so
I'm
silly.
so sorry.
Well, I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts. And well, do y'all believe that Kenneth failed him with representing him during the trial? Do y'all feel like he failed them? Based on what I seen, I feel like he gave it all he got. So I've seen some people say that he didn't speak enough on the RICO, and that's what he fell short at. But my
It
thought
was no
process around that is it was no RICO, right? So if you have all of these witnesses that is building this alleged RICO crime, and I discredit every last one of the people that get on the stage, I'm thinking, I said the stage, the stand, where does the RICO come into play?
exactly. He did that part
So
already.
that's what I'm saying. He did that part. If everybody got up there and said, "I didn't say that" when I spoke to them originally, and then you showed them what they said, I mean, at that moment, you proving that it ain't what it is.
Can I add to that?
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, the dang on the prosecution said that it wasn't one no more. So I'm still trying to figure out how he was still charged with it.
Right.
And why these other people aren't being charged then if it was? Where the people at?
Because what they said that he didn't run a criminal enterprise, but he did criminal acts.
Exactly. So it makes
And
my thing is why are these people not? Why are these people instead of getting locked up because they participated? Why would they get immunity? Especially when they're on these streets admitting to exactly what happened.
it definitely was a lose-lose case.
And we gotta remember, these folks said they got paid off. They didn't want to be there. He questioned them. He cross-examined them. Were you paid to be here? No. Did you want to be here? No. Were you paid to be here? Yes. So what make y'all
Mm.
think when these people are coming in? We got anonymous jurors, anonymous freaking witnesses. What make y'all think they didn't pay off them jurors too? Why were they so adamant about not letting the jurors be known so the defense can do the proper measures to go about making sure these people had no personal issues towards or whatever, and do their background checks like normal cases do. I can't hear you. You're muted. The prosecution, I'm sorry, I can't read. The prosecutors or the judge did not follow the law. Period. This is a lose-lose because that's a fact. No, he made a good case for an appeal because he came in late. Exactly. I mean, even the judge knew. I can't hear you.
You can hear me
Oh,
now?
there you go. There you go. Now, there you go. Even the judge
Yeah,
called out the
I
fact
got a
that
call. My bad.
for 2 weeks. Got the information for 2 weeks and had to do it. Y'all, this is what y'all need to do. Understand it's a builder. Be patient for those that's talking major issue about Kenny, because think about what he's gonna do with the time allotted when it's proper time and he can actually go and dig through and know what's going on. And then he can put in emotions that Greenberg did not, especially when it comes to this anonymous jury. I hope that they don't have nothing like that. I mean, do they even have a jury when they go to appeal or what? I don't really know.
If I'm not mistaken, based on me watching TV, because I don't have no law degree, so I don't know. I think it's a panel of people. I don't think it's like a jury. I think it's a panel of people, right? I may be wrong, but based on watching like movies and stuff, when people go up for appeal, they sit with a panel of the big dogs. It's how it is on TV, but I may be wrong.
I don't know how it is. I just
But
hope whomever is not biased individuals and they're not paid off to give a certain verdict, because that's the verdict came down too fast.
exactly. But I will say this though. I will say this. Um, I don't think that Greenberg should even have fixed his fingers or his mouth to speak on this situation when he failed to submit
Yeah,
many motions to dismiss a lot of this stuff.
really.
I feel like he was set up for failure. I feel like Greenberg was supposed to throw that case. That's my personal opinion. I believe he was supposed to throw the case. Then he got hit with that curveball when R. Kelly got him off. Cause you gotta understand, it's no way that you just failed to submit stuff. Your motions weren't. I ain't saying he did everything wrong. He just didn't do enough in all of this time that he had to prepare for trial.
And he was soft as F. Like that had me irritated too. He was too soft for this type of case. No
Yeah,
offense to
that's
you,
my
sir.
thing too. It's a panel of judges or whoever.
I hope so, and I just
But
really hope they able to call out the stuff that Judge Annalie or whatever her name is. I hope they call out what she doing too, because it was so much wrong. I really wish they just really didn't have to retry the case. I really wish they could just really keep the same stuff and then walk through the transcripts. But the original transcripts,
no, for appeal, I'm just assuming. I think that they take everything that happened in that trial and it goes up higher. So then they're voicing the discrepancies with that trial.
not that
And
they was
then
thinking they was.
somebody else, um, you know, Greenberg failed him big time, especially when he brought in Daryl Johnson to say bad things about him on the Gayle King interview.
And what we say about Daryl
Period.
a long time ago, we called it out, but somebody was on these streets trying to vouch for him. And I know now look at the same somebody's on the street, all against R. Kelly. Nope, no, no.
Mm.
I ain't gonna even go and elaborate with y'all.
Look, you already know I had to reel you back because once you get started, it ain't no stopping. You hear me?
I ain't even gonna get
But
into it. fraudulent going on. That's all.
But I will say this though. Um, a lot of people be like, "Well, he guilty now and XYZ." I mean, but that don't mean that that's forever. You feel me? I don't know. It just concerns me when I see like unjust stuff. It just it's just really really concerning. But I love it when I see that with the knowledge that we gain doing this and just following stuff and doing our own research, you can change the mind of other people, y'all.
Man, that was the
Not
biggest
changing the look, not changing the mind because we making them believe something that ain't true,
right.
because they're able to see actual factual information. That's all
It
I'm
was,
saying.
just wait till he get a hold to like videos when it made, but also malicious conspiracy or truth media videos. I can't wait because listen, his mind could be blown just off of their pages alone.
Right,
Whoever that person is or people that is behind them two dang on pages, they be doing the damn thing.
right. And it ain't no speculation. It ain't no maybe. It ain't no I believe. Like they got boom, bam, this and that.
And it,
Look
and
at it.
right, even though they call me a groupie, but hey, I'm not a groupie. By the way,
I'm so tickled.
I'm married.
Listen, y'all, this is a good thing. And I just wish that people would stop making it seem like it's a bad thing. It's good because a lot of we've been stuck in this little corner, just us, and everybody else they ain't even aware
That's
of
fine.
what's going on.
Exactly. We act like we can't grow. My thing is, I'm not okay with just being completely comfortable. In, oh, okay. I'm not okay with just being in this completely just biased corner. I don't need a team of cheerleaders. I need competition when it comes to certain ish because I know I can call it out and say what it is for what it is. If you can't argue with me because you ain't reading them transcripts and you just going off of what social media said, I'm gonna eat you alive, and that's what I be here for. I be
That
here for
part.
conversation when it comes to that. We ain't gotta have like argue. I'm not gonna argue with anybody. We're gonna argue facts. Let's come with it. But if you just going off of speculation with no proof behind you to back you, I'm gonna eat you alive every time because I'm putting
Yeah.
the work behind the scenes to know what the heck is really going on. Hi,
I think they
Shirley.
should take it to the Supreme Court to get this overturned and the witnesses go to jail for lying under oath. So
Hello.
like so like is the Supreme Court different from appellate court?
Yeah, that's above. That's
So appellate is the highest one.
no. I think Supreme is the highest.
Supreme is the highest. Okay. Hey everybody that came in, and make sure y'all hit that like button,
You better go get
or
Kayla
whatever.
your, the project you just did. So we know it's fine.
No, that project I just did didn't say nothing about no appellate. I tell you that.
Really?
Yeah, it ain't saying nothing about that. It did say something about Supreme Court, but you listen. My baby just had a project for the three branches of government. I know you lying. My phone about to die.
I know you better grab your charger.
I'm so weak. Phone about to die.
Not this side.
Die. But yeah, I ain't learned nothing either. Even though I should have already known this stuff, I ain't learned nothing. It was
Done.
copy and paste. I've been to school already.
Nah, I graduated. Okay.
What is this?
There was certain things that was said. I will say that I didn't agree with on the live, like that. It's certain things that I didn't know that happened, or certain people in certain places that I was unaware of. So we have to be careful when we go into these new platforms to inform people that we're informing them based on factual evidence and stuff like that, not speculation, not hearsay. Because certain stuff I heard my way, I don't know about that. I'm not going to elaborate because I don't want to just, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Put it down. What do you think about the Kiki guy being on the panel? Man, listen. Okay, let me just go ahead and say this. So a lot of people, what he was saying was not incorrect, but he was just talking from a whole nother lane. And I wasn't saying that the lanes can't eventually intertwine. It's just not right now. My whole point was what you're saying, right? What you're saying, sir, is correct. He was 100% correct. A lot of people might think, oh, he look crazy, he sound crazy. No, he's spitting facts. But that's not what we're talking about in this realm. We're talking about things on like a more so flesh realm, if that makes sense. It doesn't. I'm trying to think of. He's talking about a whole nother dimension type of ish, which is it very well can affect us. But I was speaking more so how they able to bring stuff from that realm, how they doing things in the background and bring it to the forefront, and it just be okay, and it becomes our new normal. And that's what I don't want to happen.
That's what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
A
With the
lot
way
of stuff. It's
mm-hmm.
a lot of stuff. That's what's happening.
Now, based on who my folks is, yes, I know a lot of stuff that what he's talking about. It's kind of like, what's the word? I have a choice but to know certain things, and everything I don't know. It's not like until I cross over into that particular walk of life and go that path and do what I'm supposed to be doing, which I'm not ready for that yet. When I am, that'll be my journey. But right now, it's not. So I'm just stuck here, and I know a small amount I do know. You get what I'm saying?
I
I
love
love.
the way Choke conduct his panels. He don't do all that foolishness. He will shut you down. I love the way he shut dude down about Don R because that was irrelevant. That personal beef. Uh, wow, it went okay. It said that personal beef. That was uncalled for. I that. Um, I just feel like let's stick at the topic at hand at that moment.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to lose the people that you're trying to help understand what's going on.
Because that's
So
a
if you
lot of topics.
right, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't really know personally what's going on with that, like Shirley. So
We'll
I don't want
talk
to say he was
offline.
speaking facts or not, but
We'll talk
you're
offline.
right, it was not the right time.
We'll talk offline. He definitely was on point. Now I don't want to like. I want people to understand. And if you go back and is that live still up? It might not be. I don't think he's
No,
took it down.
um, Bree, she talking about uh um the person who was speaking about Don Russell
I don't
was
know.
speaking
Are you
facts.
talking
I
about
said
the
I don't know.
Are you talking about the DR? Or are you talking about the KK dude? Yeah, Shirley talking about KK. I thought so.
Oh, she's
That's
talking about
what I'm
KK.
saying.
Okay.
We're gonna talk offline.
Yeah, that's what I was saying when he was talking. I'm like, what he was talking about to me, it didn't apply to what the conversation was at the time. He lost me for a minute.
But further down the line. And we don't even know if it's that far. It's right up in our face, honestly. It's not like it's not happening right this second. But when he was speaking from, I was saying, yes, I agree with you, but that's not so in the forefront right now. Right now, it's not that in our face it's happening, but it's not in our face and just like, oh, morally just correct because it's the law. Now, a lot of stuff they're trying to bring in and bring to the forefront and put it right in our face and make it law. Then we're gonna really be swimming in it. Like it's gonna be different. Like it can get to you regardless. And but that's on spiritual realm and stuff like that too as well. So like we think like people can't tap. Okay, let me not even go into this deep end. Okay, I'm gonna just say that little small piece. We think people can't tap into that and then they can make it like right here in the flesh, but that's not true. It's a lot of stuff that go. Okay, we're not gonna go off in the deep end. I feel like another person should bring up the names if the person is not there to defend. I 100% agree with that because at the end of the day, while a lot of people ain't gonna watch this whole Tasha K interview, a lot of people are not interested. I'm watching. I'm
Me
going to
too.
go watch because I like to see things from every angle. If you don't have every angle of an aspect, you don't have no aspect. Like you don't have no full story. Like you can't just go and speak. You can't do anything dealing with journalism. No, I'm not no journalist. But if you call yourself coming to a platform to speak about certain things, you can't go off of speculation what happened in the past and what you think happened, or I want to hear every time you say something so I can cross-examine you myself.
Right. I want to watch the interview that he's going to do with Tasha K, because everybody interviewed differently and she's a more seasoned interviewer. So, he wouldn't be able to ramble and just talk about whatever he want to talk about. It's going to be more structured.
Speaking of interview, can I speak on something too? I
Mm-hmm.
have somebody in my comments, and this is no disrespect or anything. And somebody asked me, can I set up an interview between Damon Pryor and Sylvia? Um, I'm not Damon, so I can't say who he will and won't speak to. I can put you in touch with him, but like it's not like I just talk to this man on a regular and I have a like real personal relationship. Like we talk about other stuff outside of this case, yes, and that was between us. And I mean, but that doesn't mean I know him personally just because I didn't spoke with him. You know what I'm saying? And on top of, like I told you, what I can say is he is one of the sole purposes of why that case was closed. He basically debunked everything that Lisa Van Allen was trying to put out, and then all these other people. And I can say that. My thing is also, when you do an interview, you got to come with the right questions. You can't depend on your chat and everybody else around you to ask the right questions. And I'm not just saying that she does. Go ahead.
That's the point I was going to make. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like if an interview is landed, it has to be an effective interview. It's not where and this is my personal opinion, people may not agree. It's not where you allow your audience to ask. I mean, we're not saying don't allow them to ask questions, but just be more structured. If that makes sense, what I'm saying.
On
I
top of that,
already know what you want to ask.
and he said he's gonna come to me when he's ready, and that's not something he want to talk about right now. But hey, I can still give you the contact. Maybe you can convince him, but we've already talked about that. So I mean, not the railroad, but regardless.
But you don't want to put out the information and then not knowing what type of inboxes he gonna get because people be crazy.
That's a fact, and you know what? I'm glad that live actually got deleted so that don't happen. But it's like at the end of the day, like I it be people giving weird vibes to me because it's like you think everything is cool, calm, and collected, then they come with some other ish, and then but yet they still want something from you, and I just don't know who that page was because that person, it gave fake page vibes, it gave second page vibes, the initial stuff. So I'm not saying like you know what I'm saying. I don't have no personal issues or nothing like that. I'm just saying like Sylvia can come to me on her own, and then I can give her the contact information. I'm pretty sure she know how to reach me because she know how to reach a lot of people. So I don't have no issue with putting her in touch if that's what she want to go do.
Right. So that particular live is not up anymore.
No, he said he took it down because it was too much that was revealed on that page about going off in the deep end, which I don't think it was so much, but I feel like when you start putting yourself out there to knowing certain things, the powers that be might be like kind of inclined to come after you and railroad you. So you don't reveal certain stuff. That's why I said I'm not in the business to reveal too much stuff on these platforms and nothing like that. I feel like that's for everybody to tap into on their own time. Everybody got their own journey.
Right.
Like I said, I haven't even tapped into everything. I'm just not ready for the walk yet. I'm not saying I'm not gonna make that walk. I'm not gonna walk that walk and understand my true crowns. But at the same time, I know I don't know how to word that, so I'm just gonna cut that.
In order to interview someone, you have to research them in order to ask the right question.
Exactly.
So,
but a lot of people don't do research, they're just trying to be first.
right. So an interview. So an interview is not about just having a person on your platform, right? It's like a special gift that a person have to, interview someone. Like, I'm not saying I would be a great person to interview somebody and then the next person may be, the right person. I just feel like it's a gift for it. And it's not about just having somebody on to just ask random questions.
you gotta build relationships too, because at the end of the day, like I say, I can tell you this now, and that'll be offline type of issue. Right? I can go off just the conversation alone and then feel like I gave an interview and I can just read that. But personally, when you're trying to actually have somebody to do an actual interview and come on, you want to build a relationship to where they trust you, not to just put everything they tell you out there.
Right.
And he told quite a bit. So I just feel like it's not my place to just bring to the forefront. I asked for permission, and he said when he's ready. That's not
Yeah.
saying no. And people have to understand. And then a lot of people are like, oh, she capped. No, I'm not. I showed you guys the messages on that live. I just didn't show you guys in depth. We had full conversation, and
Yeah.
I feel like you know this.
Mhm.
So, and a lot of thing about it, like people be so quick to be first. They don't be understanding shit had to marinate. And that's what he's saying. It has to be the right time. And he don't feel like he needed to step in at that point. And this was during like while the trial was still going, before the trial was going. I mean, so he felt like it had to be the right timing. And yes, he was involved in that type of situation. He's not involved in this case, so this is totally different. But he can speak to what happened in the 2008 trial. You understand?
Yeah.
That's Lisa Van Allen Hole child's father. Okay, and dude don't even live in the states no more, by the way. So that lets you know, like he did what he did. He had to cut because, like, she was probably going to be on his head. You done messed up my whole case. Now you got immunity about speaking, but at the end of the day, like, what can you speak to? Because guess what? They're gonna cross examine you every time and show that you lied on the stands. You're
So you
not
know how
accountable.
like they'll say you get immunity for this. But the system is so funny and wicked. You'll get immunity for this and they'll find a whole nother way to charge you for something else.
Exactly.
So it's just like you can't trust the system when it comes to that. Like for real.
That's just like I agree with what Chuck said last night. They definitely freaking OJ him in the situation. They didn't get what they needed from him when it came to that 2008 trial, so they had to come for some more ish, and that's not right. I just feel like if you didn't get him on that, and he ain't did that all this time, and it happens to 20, like you said, 2016, it started to flip around because now it's too late. I need to find some type of way to get him. We all need to band together. The fact that you had to conspire to get a case that alone should be a red flag. You didn't have it. You didn't have it.
Do
It was
you
no
guys
about your case.
do you guys know anything about RL testifying in the Chicago case?
What we do know is she's still putting money on his books up until he left and go to New York. So shit, we can sit here and put ish out on the media like, oh, not you personally. Some people were saying that, oh, she's testifying against him. I can tell you she's not. Her daddy ain't spoke out before he passed away. Her daddy was still working with him up until he got locked out, locked up or whatever. Her family ain't spoke out about all this stuff been going on here. Nobody ain't spoke against him from that family.
I
That's
just don't know. As
I
crazy as what I'm saying is as crazy as things been going lately, I just can expect the unexpected because
I'm confident in it.
I mean the fact that they had a whole federal case and then they overcharged him. He got
Mm-hmm.
charged with RICO,
Mm-hmm.
and then every witness sat up there and
Prejudice.
lied, right, and called the government a lie. Then employees got up there and said that nobody was locked up. Them folks had phones and Uber Eats and all of this type of stuff. So everything that was alleged didn't happen, and he still got a guilty
Yeah,
verdict. I expect the unexpected with anything. And no telling what type of strings that they pull or what threat they make toward a person to make them say what they need them to say.
you're right. You're right. I forget about that part.
I mean, we sat and watched a trial for what, 6 weeks? All those different witnesses, and the jury had a verdict in less than 2 days.
We was 100% sure though, Maury. Like we was 100% sure that he was walking. That's what made me feel some type of way. Cause I'm like, how could y'all say there was no reasonable doubt? Even the judge said there was reasonable doubt. She said it was reasonable doubt so much so that she was really finna try to impeach this girl whole testimony because you know it showed like
Ooh,
discrepancies.
let me answer this question. And you tell me if I'm right, Brittany. You tell me if I'm
Go
right.
ahead.
She said, why you sprayed your face? That is shit. Toner.
No, that's not toner.
Setting spray. Setting spray.
It is a type of setting spray, but this is a dewy set, and I wanted to give let me see, because like most people use like the MAC one, but this one is by Anastasia. And I promise you, like it give that dewy look. It don't make everything too matte. Like when I don't want to do a matte look, I'm gonna use the Max Studio Fix, and I just use it so my product moves around more, and I don't have to use so much product. If that makes sense, I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I don't have to keep going back so much. Because honestly, if I don't use this, my brush can absorb the majority of it. If that makes sense, it kind of get in the way of that.
Listen, I don't be having the time, y'all.
You do, but you just don't be
I
wanting to
don't.
process.
I listen. I can't trust the process because
What you doing today? You go
listen.
out. You are gonna be doing something, right?
You said what now?
You're gonna be doing something when you go out, right?
Mm, baby, I got these glasses on too. Like, listen, I'm take me as I am.
I mean, y'all can take me as I am too. Obviously, you know about these folks that I'm
It's the
going.
glasses. You already know it's the glasses for me. But once I start wearing these glasses, listen, it's okay.
Honestly, I be using this too, but I feel like I don't know. I be having mixed emotion about beauty blenders. It helped me like just to push everything in, but I don't use it
Like
too
the
much.
end result, I promise you, the end result is it be flawless. All of that. But the two times that or three times, however many times I tried to apply the makeup, it took too long. And I know over time that it will
To you, I'll be beating your face all the time. Period.
beat it up, beat it up to a holler that's enough. You hear me?
You, that's for your man, not me.
I'm talking about the makeup.
Well,
So
that particular analogy is not for me.
so listen. Um, what was your take? Hold on. I think the other side is trying to do damage control, especially since choking adult platform have been revealing so much. Talking
Hello.
about she's testifying, she has a tape. Chicago gonna bury him. I mean, here's the thing: whether they have New York just buried this man, okay, and they ain't have an ounce of evidence. Even the
Exactly.
prosecutor said we don't have evidence, but that's okay. Believe them because they say it happened. You have to understand he could very well be buried in Chicago too, but it don't mean that he did something. It don't mean that they're gonna produce the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, yeah, they can say that all day, but what does it mean? They don't care if they got the evidence or not. They just want to hear guilty. Because there's no way that people in their right mind could have listened at this whole trial from the prosecutors to the defense and be like, oh, he guilty.
I want a motion to be put in that this can be a public trial so people can hear what's going on themselves. Because if
Right.
folks actually follow this trial and watch it, they'll be like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
What is going on here? Okay.
You mean to tell me that they spent so much time on Jane Doe number 5, and then that one person, they got a guilty on all counts verdict?
I'm
the
sorry.
judge even saying the judge even saying, okay, you can be impeached because you lying under oath and all of that, and they showed this and they showed that. It's almost like it's a lose-lose situation regardless. It's really a lose-lose situation.
But sis continued to lie. Like that's what it was for me. Like how you just gonna keep on doing it? Like you don't have no fear in your heart because you're from Baltimore. You can fight. Like that ain't gonna have nothing to do with jail because
Listen, girl, them folks the government told them, y'all good, don't worry about nothing, y'all good. That's why they sat up there and continued to lie.
And let me add on to that. Let me tell you, when Faith Rogers said that she wasn't trying to sue him or nothing like that, Gloria Gloria got up because she know that the judge said that and all this kind of stuff, but she looked like, okay, y'all are y'all going against it? Did they do something different now? Because now you're trying to mess up my bag. She felt some type of way because she felt as if they didn't railroaded it so much with their cross examination that they might not be able to go along with the original plan.
Mm-hmm. Well, so you see, Gloria and her client, they doing press runs now.
Yeah, I can't wait till they go ahead and come out again. I can't wait till it's highlighted. That's why I'm trying to tell everybody, use your platform. It need to be highlighted that the original transcript said 2013, and the people that was in the courtroom said 2013. That's when she had already been founded to have contracted. And we don't know that she had contracted it in 2013. That's just when she had already told the police officer that she had already contracted it.
Kenneth didn't present evidence to argue against the RICO, racketeering, and Mann Act.
Listen, I hope they redo this and there's more discovery that comes out about these individuals and their medical history, especially since his was been put out there.
So I have a question to that. So what evidence would he be able to produce in reference to the Mann Act? Because Azriel sat up there and implemented
We got to
her
understand.
mom.
We got to
Her
understand
mom traveled across state lines with her to get to
exactly.
him.
We got to understand this. They said that he was hit with the Mann Act because of the tapes that was recorded on and the phone that Geronda had, which I'm still trying to understand that because her phone was very well in Chicago, and it don't matter where you buy your phone was probably made in China. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can you even say that? It wasn't because he took them to different places. Because when it came to Azriel, she was there for tour purposes. We have to understand that they sent her to learn the ropes. She wanted to learn
Right.
the business. So that means you was sending her on tour. You knew he was on tour.
So he said, Corey said Kenneth needed to bring about 50 witnesses for R. Kelly. He could have brought 100.
And it
It
still
still was
was.
it wasn't gonna change. It wasn't gonna change.
This is what KK
Because
was about, by the way. But go ahead.
no, you said that's what he was talking about.
That's part of what he was talking about. Because the powers that be already had it set in stone what was going on, what was going to happen. He overstepped his boundaries. He stepped into another lane and he was trying to take over for his own self. And that means you taking power away from those that have power over you. Okay, we're gonna put you back in your lane, but we're gonna bury you so you don't ever think you can try this issue again. Because you can't.
Mm. I would say, okay, they picked him up and charged him before AC flipped on him. So how did they make this case around her? Something ain't right. They superseded that indictment quite a few times.
My thing is this though. If we do our job on here, we can definitely point out the fact that I mean, from the before she left with him until now, everything that has transpired, you can have a case of we can literally probably go on and have a case of our own. We need to not have these sidebars though and stuff like that. Don't talk about it on the sidebar. Stop interrupting me when I'm trying to make my point. That needs to be spoken about. There's a bag associated to being a victim to any case like this. Subpoena financial records of all those who took the stand against R. Kelly before and after the trial. Listen, they need to dig into the backgrounds of these parents and dig into the background of these accusers because I'm trying to tell y'all, nobody really looked at that dang on video, but that is like that video is fire when it comes to their case. That what y'all were looking up tells what type of people you guys are. The stuff that you guys was claiming to be financially set tells what type of people you are, and it's about any means type of family.
So let me respond to this particular comment. Like Corey said, Kenneth should have brought A&R people to explain the music business and how R. Kelly got started. No, if he brought the witnesses, R. Kelly would have got found not guilty. Here's the thing. You have to understand the judge wasn't allowing certain things to be exposed in trial. So they couldn't bring certain witnesses on. You get what I'm saying? Like if it was something that will prove something where she either said it was irrelevant, it wasn't relevant to the case, I believe that they had witnesses. I believe that they were rejected.
Right. And she kept doing it. When it came to Bubba alone would have just wiped Geronimo case out. Because why are you getting money from the man after you freaking testified against his friend and you sitting there dating his friend and he also the same age as him? Why didn't you sue him? Because you said on your live that he began to treat you the exact same way that you claim R. Kelly treated you like. So that's why y'all ended. So why didn't you go after him and sue him? Why was it so tailored around R. Kelly so much so that you had to try to sue him 4 different times?
So, how do you feel about this particular comment at the burner page? Corey said that he could have done a better job than Kenneth. He dropped the ball. What are your thoughts?
My thing is, you probably could have because you had more time to work on this case than Kenneth. He got all of this stuff from Discovery 2 weeks before this stuff happened. That's why everybody keeps missing. Now that he has more time, yeah, he was on fire for the short amount of time that he did have. Y'all have to understand, if he has more time to prepare, it's going to be a wrap. I personally, and this is no shade to nobody that's of the other the Caucasian race. I personally don't want a Caucasian person representing him because they don't understand our culture and how things are. Even if we aren't in the music industry, we still understand our culture. So when it comes to certain stuff, they might not be able to understand. Let me decline. Sorry, guys. They might not understand the ins and outs of how we rock or whatever like that. And I'm not just saying it's just a cultural thing either. I just feel like it's gonna be some people that's, oh, well, we'll just take that. So, sir, can you just take that so we can just have this short amount of time? No, he don't need to be locked up. He don't need to admit to nothing he did not do. And we know how our culture get that, especially when it comes to money grabbers. And I feel like Kenny see that, and I feel like he needs to stick to the case. I don't feel like he needs to switch when it comes to him because he's going to have more time to defend the situation. He's going to see firsthand everything that we have talked about and sent in to him. He wasn't able to do that beforehand. Y'all understand? These people got other cases that they're working on too. So not only with having other cases to work on, he didn't have nothing but 2 weeks to go through all that dang on discovery. The very discovery that even the prosecution team didn't actually go through and come through specifically. So now talking about the president's thing. We didn't see that, but y'all was the ones that sent that in to the dang on defense. So that means y'all weren't even thoroughly doing y'all job. Which also, I'm sorry, I keep going on and going up another level. That dang on copy of paper that y'all had, y'all didn't even look through all of that.
So let me tell you, Kenneth didn't drop the ball. The lawyers beforehand dropped the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have the witnesses already entered. They didn't have evidence that I know they should have had entered. Once Kenneth came on, she's telling, well, y'all had this and that amount of time. That time over. You can't add this. You can't do this. I'm not gonna blame him for these other lawyers' fault. Now, Corey, you said that he shouldn't have took the case if he didn't have enough time, but he did he did his thing.
Job that they was gonna do. They didn't even put in the proper motions to get the dang on discovery on time. They told them that I think it was between sometime between February and May that they were supposed to release that discovery. And she said y'all had 45 days. Them folks had waited a whole dang on year.
But listen, now I may be wrong, but I think somebody said that they did have that discovery. They just ain't doing that with it.
Yeah, they was talking about Nicole and them or whatever like that. They didn't give that information to Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
And then they
so
were
listen. Let me see what I missed because let's see.
One of the Jane Does was also a client of Nicole at one point.
Find any case anywhere in the country where there is a conspiracy or RICO bill of indictment where there is only one effing defendant listed. This is bullcrap. I agree. But look, do know that at the very end of this whole thing, they switched it and said it wasn't a criminal enterprise. He just did criminal acts.
And then a lot of us do criminal acts and we just don't even realize it. Uh,
Kenneth didn't call the witnesses. He wanted to do his own thing. He didn't even present it to the judge to reject it. Well, if Kenneth didn't have enough time, he shouldn't have took the case. Well,
my thing,
he believed in his client, so he took the case because he seen the bull crap.
right. And my thing is again,
That's
I
what I
feel like
believe.
Nicole shouldn't even been on the case at all because that's a conflict of interest because you also had Azriel and Jocelyn on as clients at one point. Y'all get what I'm saying?
I do not know what year Azriel was born. I have no idea.
Yeah, she
And
lied.
truth be told, they lied about so much. If she told what year she was born, she probably was
You could
damn
probably
lying.
believe it.
They did change the wording, and the judge allowed it. So, and that's another issue I have. How you allow them to change the wording at the very end, but everything the defense asked, could they add on
It
or
was a no.
whatever? You denied it. Like, oh wow, she approved a printer to be in the courtroom. That's so great.
And
Like
then
everything else, she denied.
I felt some type of way because we gotta. I wish she had more time. We need to dig back into the prior situation that happened to Azriel Clary because her situation with that boyfriend. A lot of that stuff is on her old Twitter page. A lot of that stuff you can't erase because people already did reviews of it, and even if she deleted the page now, it's on video record. What actually happened? You
I
get what I'm
mean,
saying?
for me, it's just a person sitting on the stand and me just picture myself being a juror. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm seeing a person sitting up there lying, and then I see you getting caught in the lie, it's almost like where the guilty come in, especially with no physical evidence. Like, I mean, like you can show me a video all day with a man yelling at a woman and probably slapped her down or something. Okay, charge. I mean, that's domestic violence. Okay, fit, fit, fit the charge.
Right, the right one. But my thing is, they was just like trying to put any and everything on it. And also, y'all gotta understand how they was wording certain things. Oh, y'all might not want to see this. This is very graphic, so if you don't want to watch, you can listen to the audio. Remember who we're talking about. R. Kelly is a person that was making not only music videos, he made little short stories and stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. Like he's really aggravating. No, mommy, nothing. Go in your room and go play your game with your brothers. And stop being so loud. Anyway, dang, what was I just saying? He just threw me off because I was about to make a great point.
What?
Oh, R. Kelly is film director. He produced scripts himself, and we don't know what was on them things. We don't know if that was something that he had acted or something like that. We gotta understand too. Again, I can't help but go back to the Black Pennies album. If y'all listen, there's a skit right before "Marry the P Word." There's a skit right before that where he's talking about lock somebody in the bathroom and this and third. It was a joke. It was a part of a skit, and it was just something because she was acting crazy over the D and didn't want to leave. And also, just like the Oreo video, I keep calling this out. How they had handlers and all kind of stuff. It seemed like whoever wrote that book basically went off of this album and made and put a visual to it because I promise y'all the exact same stuff, the little storyline they're trying to hold on to with this case. That's the exact same thing that is going on in this album. And I feel like he's just a creative writer. That's what the heck is going on. They're trying to go off of that and make it a reality. Everything
Azriel,
is reality.
Azriel graduated at 18 because her birthday late.
Exactly.
My birthday late. I graduated at 18. My birthday in December. They sure went playing fair, baby. They played a real dirty game, and that's how they play. Just from personal experience, baby. The system they play dirty. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They just want what they want. They play dirty.
Exactly.
Kannick had 35 witnesses he didn't even want to use. He didn't ask the judge, could he use them? He should have called mob detectives to explain what the RICO and racketeering charge is. Well, Corey, Unfortunately, you didn't represent them. It looks like you got all the answers.
But at
But
the same
again,
time,
imagine being a lawyer and you have everything that you need to present your case and it's being denied by the judge. The same way he had a specialist to come in to talk about what the other specialists got up there and said about women and psychological stuff. She denied that.
she denied Bubble. I'm stuck there. How do you deny the person that Geronda received, I mean, gave money to? That is a friend of R. Kelly's from the money that she was awarded from the freaking what the settlement from the R. Kelly case. And it wasn't a settlement because he abused you as a child. It was a settlement because he did not want to be penalized through public scrutiny.
So let me ask you this. Was they not able to speak on Bubble because he played the fifth? Or they just said, no, we ain't speaking on Bubble?
She just said
Because
she
then
didn't
he
have
get
to
subpoenaed.
flesh it out because it dealt with them having sexual relationship. So, and they
But
didn't
then
want to understand. They didn't want to talk about nobody else's sexual relationships, including Faith Rogers, the stuff that she was dating, doing all that kind of stuff before she met R. Kelly. That's why they didn't even elaborate on the whole thing with her having herpes and the whole case coming up with the police officer, the little statement that was given.
didn't I say he played the fifth though? Did he plead the fifth?
I don't remember him pleading the fifth, so I can't say or not say that happened. But all I know is they was helping the dang on defense. I mean prosecution.
Q Nundrum 93 said, I am not a fan of R. Kelly. I never have been, but that doesn't mean I can't call bull crap when I see it, nor will I just be okay with the process just because I am not a fan. That's a
I
fact.
appreciate that because you understand, like it's just the law. The law should be what the law is, and
Mm-hmm.
not pushed.
Kenneth didn't ask the judge, could he use the other witnesses? I mean, well, I went there, so I don't know. So if you was there to know what was asked and what was not asked, then I can,
Yet we
you know
don't know
better
what
than me.
happened in the sidebars. We don't know what the judge might have said. Who can't testify? This, that, and third.
Yeah, a lot of sidebars weren't even included in the transcripts.
We understand. The judge didn't even want Nicole to even be a part of anything, which I agree that she low key shouldn't have been. But to pull her out when in the middle of things, hell, I feel like there was God that removed her with this whole COVID situation. Like no
Yeah, and
shade.
you know, we can speculate and we can go by what we hear, but I just feel like if we wasn't physically there, we don't really know what happened. We can only go by what what somebody said. We don't know what was presented or rejected.
Hold on, let me go check on this stuff really quick.
Okay, it's one of them situations where we don't know what was presented. You know what I'm saying? We don't really know, but I do know that he represented to the best of his ability with what he had to work with, and I don't care about all the witnesses. No, I do. I wish he would have had a I wish he would have had like ex girlfriends to come and testify to give their experience while they was in a relationship with him. That would have been a good defense, but he didn't have any. I wish he would have had more witnesses too, but I feel like that would have been the most important. And I feel like a lot of people didn't say that they didn't want Joy to testify. I feel like she would have been a good person to testify. I would assume she's still there. She would have been a good person to sit up there on the stand and tell what the relationship was with her, him, and Azrael. I don't know, but at the end of the day, I just feel like it don't matter what the outcome would have been. It would have been the same. They came up with a verdict too fast for me. They didn't go over all the testimonies. They didn't even look at no evidence. Well, shit, they barely had evidence, but you get what I'm saying. Hollywood Next was in the press room and she brought everything that was said on the stand. Yeah, now she did. I did watch. I watched her and Dottie. Just to make sure, to see that, everybody's stuff was everything. Um,
Oh, what happened? I think she was going along the lines that she watched everything to see if things lined up with everybody, which a lot of them did. But we do understand that even still, we don't know the tactics. We don't know exactly what these people had to deal with in these sidebars. Anything could have happened in those sidebars too, to where they couldn't bring certain people to the forefront. They wouldn't even like again. They wouldn't. That's my key point. They wouldn't even allow Bubba in um, to be be mentioned, not to come and testify, but to be mentioned.
There was a reason the trial was not televised. No way they would have gotten away with the bullcrap they pulled in the courtroom. It would have been a public outcry. And it sure it would have, because it wasn't nothing done right.
Exactly.
Now went done right.
Just
And
think
I'm
about it.
just trying to
Go ahead. Go ahead.
it's the judge for me.
Biased. She was biased. She not. She was still in the prosecutor mind. Y'all gotta understand. She was a prosecutor before she was a judge. Okay. And on top of that, them sitting there, man, listen. I hope they pull every little thing. And I really hope the motion goes in that you cannot have an anonymous jury. These that the defense are able to background check the jury before they even able to take the stand or whatever. I'm not taking the stand, but like being a jury pool. I feel like they need to also at least if you're not gonna do video footage of everything, I feel like nah, fuck that. We need video footage and audio because I don't want no speculation of the debate because it's always going to be a debate, regardless if the people was in there. And guess what? What they're gonna say? We had three different platforms say that it was in 2013 that oh my gosh, hold on.
When the judge reject your motions, you're supposed to take about 2 days, use about 10 case laws, and file them again and again until you wear the judge out.
See, I ain't know nothing about that.
Yeah, look, like I said,
We might need you up there.
look, I don't know nothing about no case law. I'm not listen. I ain't no lawyer. I ain't go to law school. I don't know what they should have, could have, would have done. I really don't know. So is that like it's um
Hey,
butterfly
you know,
butterflyness? Oh, I just got that on. But they say federal cases are not televised, just state cases.
wasn't the OJ case a federal case? That's federal.
They said one of the jurors' child got on her page and said that they were going to say he was guilty. I know you fucking lying. Girl, I know you lying.
Who is they? Because we need to contact Day.
Look, that's why I said I know you fucking lying. I know you lying.
A lot of people was already going to say that before they even they even knew what the verdict was or knew any of the evidence. That's why
Man,
we
that
need to
verdict
know.
was too quick for me. That verdict
That's
was
why we
too
need to,
quick.
and that's
And
what I'm
my
saying. That's
my
why we
question
need to
is,
know who the jurors are. We don't know what the case may have been. They got paid off this and third. They could have looked into their accounts to see if they were receiving payments for this situation. And beyond the case, if it was money going into afterwards, you know what I'm saying? It could be another number of things done to make sure that everything was fair.
okay, OJ case was a state case, girl.
It was a state case, but it was somebody that got okay.
Well, you don't want to make her mad either, so you got to tread lightly. Well, who the judge?
Man, fuck her feelings. You know, fuck her nerves. I'm sorry, y'all.
Ineffective counsel. The reason R. Kelly got. Oh, you right. Ineffective counsel. The lawyers that been on from day one was very ineffective, in my opinion. How could one of the jurors ask for Gloria autograph? I mean, if they was anonymous, how we know this?
Right.
I, I'm confused.
I guess they said they
But you
coming
know
out.
something, y'all.
You got Jane Dallas
The
too. They ain't anonymous no
the
more.
one thing the one thing that got me the most was some of the Jane Does wanted to be Jane Does and didn't want their name published and all of that. But right after you testify, you go right on a public platform and do an interview for CBS. So
Exactly.
what was the whole point? I can think of about 100 appeal issues R. Kelly can use. I think we all can. It's
I
just
think you
it's
need
just
to use a platform too, though, so you can go out. And oh no, use a platform for that. If you can reach out to them, please do make a video and send it directly to his lawyers or whatever. Because
what about the jurors?
yeah, don't help the folks out here to help. You know what I'm saying? To get a chance to like, no, now we're gonna do this differently because you know.
Look, so I want to know, how do we know that this happened if we don't know who the jurors are? You get what I'm
Maybe
saying?
maybe they came out as not anonymous no more after the case is over. I
Girl,
didn't see any.
I wish, because I really want how the man did the interview that was on a juror for Bill Cosby. I want to really know, like, what made y'all find him guilty? Like, what was it that was a go for you?
What happened in the deliberation room? Not much.
Right.
What y'all ate lunch
So
and
what's
like?
going to happen with the Chicago case? I guess they still going through with it, right?
I don't know.
I don't know what happened on this. I don't know what happened on that status update, the last one that he just had. I don't know. But
That's something we're gonna have to look into.
yeah,
I'm not gonna talk about something I don't know.
right. Um, you can always check on Pacer to see. They had a status hearing, but I was so gone with this verdict. I'm like, man, forget the
We was
forget the
emotional
rest. I
the first couple days, man. This is where
listen. Look, I'm talking about, it was so bad. They're like, girl, what happened to you at work? Like,
and people think, oh, you super fast. No. People get the game mixed up over here because at the end of the day, this is not about being a fan. This is about how this can affect you and your black man and us too. We That's another conversation. Us as women's us as women, we think we untouchable. This stuff could really go and affect with us too.
yeah, and you know something, when it comes down to that, people really do need to be concerned, because in this particular case, they didn't really have evidence to prove what they said happened. So once he already got found guilty. So then certain things get to go into case law, and then next thing you know, you got a loved one sitting on the stand. They be referencing back this trial.
Because in the Robert Sylvester Kelly case, this was no, bro. That's not what we want, y'all. This is horrible.
And
This
I feel like fire Greenberg all together, Chicago, New York all together. Get that man off of your case, because the stuff he said on his social media and the interviews that he's done, like, goodbye,
and why would we
goodbye.
not put out the fact that these is groupie hoes?
Say what now?
That's what they acted as. Why would we not point out the fact that they gave groupie activity vibes?
You know, okay, so I read an article from New York Times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they said that we're in the Me Too era, and can it his how he went about discrediting them, and like you said, saying that they groupies and they did it for money, that he did the wrong approach, because we're in a different era now, and that's not going to work today. So what the hell going to work today if somebody sitting on the stand lying? What's going to work? if i can't if I can't discredit you and show the
Like
lies that you're telling, what is going to work today? Because we're in the Me Too era.
that's
So I
basically
supposed to pacify you on the stand accusing my client of wrongdoing? I supposed to pacify you because you're a woman?
crossing them over, giving them not the right to legal counsel. It's not legal if you're bringing emotions into it. And then again, she said from jump, oh, no hearsay, no hearsay. But it was hella
And
hearsay
everything was damn hearsay in this whole trial.
the whole case. It was no evidence. And then for these people
Man,
that you want to talk, it was tapes to back up everything, Angelo. No, the freak there wasn't. No, the freak there wasn't.
I'm with Corey on this one though, for real. What happened to all the specialists that should have came in? Where the subpoena at for the storage
They
video to see who went
remember
in?
that she shut some of them down. She had Canning had a specialist that he was trying to bring to the forefront. I cannot remember who. And
He
she
had the
should
specials
have
that
been
he
out.
was trying to bring because the government paid that lady all that money to get up there and speak on the behaviors of abused women.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a specialist that was gonna come and basically discredit what the lady said
And
because
I
she didn't
said
sit down
no.
with not one victim,
She
and she
said
said
no.
no to that.
She did not want him to prove his case. Period. That's all it is.
Yeah, this junk crazy. I'm concerned.
It's
I don't have boys. I have girls, but just to sit here and watch that is concerning. And I can tell you that I would not allow or stand behind or condone neither one of my children lying on a man because he broke her heart. I wouldn't condone it. Kennedy dropped the ball because he didn't argue against the RICO racketeering charge or the Mann Act. It wasn't enough just to catch them in lies. You have to argue law and why and how R. Kelly not get to. Okay, I do agree with that. I agree. I don't think. Well, we didn't hear anything about that during even in the closing argument. I agree with that, but they're charging him with RICO saying he did all these bad acts. But if I'm sending people on the stand and catching them in lies, then that's
we gotta do all that
proof.
stuff.
You get what I'm
Like
saying?
that's
That's
just like
like,
he need to be thorough. I agree.
yeah, he didn't speak on that. Even in closing arguments, he didn't speak on any of that. It's the prosecutor saying that y'all, this ugly. It's nasty. It definitely was unfair and not just.
But it's not over, y'all. We can't get discouraged. It's
It's
not
not. I'm not discouraged. You just gotta understand that we supposed to have trust into the justice system and believe that we're gonna get,
like
you know what I'm saying,
we gotta trust
correct justice.
the process, not just I don't trust justice.
No, I'm saying it's not about being discouraged. It's just this thinking about what happened and you seeing it with your own eyes. And then
Right.
it's not like we having to trust the media with it. You have people that was literally there.
And that's what I love. Like in a
What's
whole
up, Dana?
hi Dana. I definitely
It's
oh go ahead.
I mean it's the people that was physically there for me that's
And
telling
that
us what's going on.
I'm so grateful because like we wouldn't have known that. That's a key point with the whole Faith Rogers is. Like that means and that's not even highlighting up why she out here doing these things on press run. I can't wait till they really like get man. Listen, I need this appeal to go the right way because at the end of the day, one of these hoes, and I mean that with all my every fiber of my being, when these hoes get founded as liars, I'm on their ass, like period. Like I just can't wait. Okay, I can't wait till the media be on them and really go back and play this. I can't wait till they play the differences. The Gayle King had to eat her freaking toes, and she realized that the passion was not there with Azriel like it was when she was there the first time. She told them what's up the first time. And that's what the passion was. She also said the same stuff when she was sitting next to Angelo and President. If you can sit next to your daddy, be that dang on bold and say what the heck it is, and this man locked up and he ain't got nothing to do with what you said, I'm gonna believe you.
Period. 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 Okay. Big P. Okay. But it's y'all. It was the going on that interview looking toe down for me when I know that ain't how you look.
She could at least wear her hair and left out because maybe she didn't have her S curl permed up.
It's a manipulation on the public for me. Like you ain't got to do all that for something to be your truth. Like if it's the truth, I just don't be understanding. This don't be making me mad.
Bro, that wasn't even her color makeup if she knew it. You been wearing
Yeah,
makeup all this time. And now all of a
yep.
sudden you
If
wear this.
all the lawyers were on the same page, it would have been better. I mean, it looked like to me during the trial, Kevin did all the work. I may be wrong because I went there. I'm just saying about the who name on the paper for the cross examination. Looked like he did all the work.
I agree with that. But Nicole need to do a dang on thing.
I mean, to me, Nicole dropped the ball when she gonna say find him guilty. I mean, not guilty. Now she dropped the ball.
Bruh, it's almost like it's low key like mixed signals to get to people psychologically. Have people think, oh, she really thinks, you know what I'm saying? And some people that be reading body language and they just, I, I want to
I
know
mean,
what's the beef with Nicole and the judge as well, though, because there was some personal ish, and I feel like that also kind of messed up his case as well. She didn't want her to be represented at all. She didn't want her even in the courtroom. That's a problem.
Corey, you ain't saying nothing wrong. I, I look, you ain't
Well,
saying
I
nothing
really
wrong.
wish you come on and get on the platform because you spitting facts. And shoot, you might need to reach out. If you got a law degree and all that, you might need to reach out, get your stuff in that jurisdiction, and come with it. Because at this point, desperate. I'm desperate. Come with it.
In the media, and Dana, the media was wrong. They was wrong for reporting it one side, and then when they did report the defense portion of it, they wanted to make the people that sat on the stand look bad. But they made them witnesses on the prosecutor side look like angels, even when they win. I don't like it. And then y'all wait till the very end when it's a guilty verdict to ask the supporters out there they take on stuff. That's like
They,
a slap in the face. It was like
I felt so
a
bad.
gloat type of thing.
I felt so bad for Daddy. Like she had me in tears. Like that was so wrong. That was so wrong. But y'all didn't want to hear them when they were speaking facts. Hollywood Nancy
Right.
Cole, they didn't want to hear her when she was speaking facts. But you want to hear them when you got a verdict. A verdict don't mean shit. It's so many innocent people in jail. I'm sorry, people.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. I don't even care. I don't even care about I mean what the verdict was because we was able to see what evidence was produced in the testimonies. The guilty verdict don't match what we heard.
And that's what be making me mad with some people that got real credentials out here that is in the law enforcement and stuff like that. That's in there and gone. Now you're going against them on your platform when you were supporting them this whole time. That really grinds my gears, you know.
Listen, some people just blow with the wind, baby. Blow with the wind.
And that's why no good don't come to some people, and they be in certain predicaments. But that's not my argument.
Right. But I mean, it happens all the time. But I will say that I know he's gonna win this appeal. I mean, it's different lawyers for different things, right? So they just defense attorneys like Kenneth them. Then you got other lawyers who handle appeals. They may not be appeal lawyers, right? Or do any lawyer handle appeals? And
I
there's
don't
different areas that people specialize in.
in the court, so I don't know.
I
But
guess Corey, I can ask you that.
well, remember Greenberg, this wasn't his jurisdiction as far as his license, right? But yeah, he was still able to represent him.
Well, no, I'm saying as far as like what they specialize in.
I'm saying that's a different thing. So like, but he was still able to represent him, so maybe. But you just gotta be in that jurisdiction as far as the
Well, I ain't
state.
gonna get my feet wet. I ain't gonna get my feet wet with something so important. So if you know what you're doing, then you know what you're doing. If you don't, say that.
Exactly. Exactly.
What do you think about signing petitions?
That's what I was gonna ask y'all. I signed it. I ain't gonna lie. But what do you think about them making a different type of petition? Because I want Annalie out. Can we do that? That's what I want to know. If y'all got to answer to that, that's what I want to know. Because we can fill in that.
So I may be wrong, but with these petitions, it don't really mean that something will happen. It's just basically bringing awareness to an issue that somebody had, well, a group of people have. So you get a bunch of signatures and then you present it to somebody to see if they're gonna do something with it.
Yeah, to a certain extent. But
Okay, it all depends on who do the petition.
I feel like whoever picks it up, that's what it depends on. Because we gotta think, this is the same thing they basically did when it comes to the whole case. Call up, hey, if you had a relationship or anything type of relations with Robert Sylvester Kelly, please call us so we can. They got together a rally of people to make this case happen. So I feel like we can get a rally of people to make this other stuff happen.
Okay, so they have petitions going. Okay, everybody sign these petitions. So who is the right person to give the petition to?
Now that I don't know. Hey, we gotta start somewhere, okay? I don't got all the answers.
I know I was asking Dana that because he said petitions can really work it and it and who is given to. Like, shoot, who the right person to give it to? Man, listen, Nicole shouldn't have spoke at all. She didn't even do to me. She didn't even do good with uh cross-examining the doctor. I mean, she just wasn't good, and I had a lot of faith in her, and I'm disappointed.
I know. I was like, oh, but then I think I was just so caught up because of being a woman and supporting a man. Like,
Oh yeah, Mimi. It was a lot of lawyers on TV that was basically saying. One lawyer said on court TV that this is now hard. Like, they didn't prove Rico. It should not take long to deliberate because I mean, his charges don't fit the testimony or whatever. Shit, that nigga still got found guilty.
exactly. I promise you, we were getting so hyped when we started hearing them speak. Yeah, it is. Then, oh my gosh, yeah, I don't understand. It was so disappointing, and that's why I'm like, I
What's
was be emotional about it at first, but then I thought about it. I'm just like, this appeal finna be crazy because this man gonna have time to really do what the heck he needed to do for this case, despite them trying to railroad him and not get him all the paperwork and the information that was needed.
listen, y'all. Okay, so Nicole cross-examined the former employee. So she did two cross-examinations. I thought she just did one. I thought she cross-examined the doctor. She did the employee too.
I'm trying to go back. We
Look, it's so much shit.
to
I
reread
can't
the
remember.
transcripts by the way too.
Huh?
We about to reread these transcripts by the way too.
Right.
Just
Cause I
highlight. I want to not just read them. I want to read and highlight key points. Like I know a lot of people already heard it being read. That's cool. But I feel like we want to do something a little bit different and read and highlight some really, really key points so we can highlight that and send that off to a source, so and so and so and so. You know what I'm saying? Because with it being
yeah,
so long and drawn out, people been in court, even down to the lawyers, they probably like was over a lot of stuff too. This you gotta think. Some people was talking for hours upon hours.
right. Robert Durst got life maximum in regular fed jail. He 80 years old. Ooh, wee child. Mm. Y'all have to remember his cases in Chicago. He can't be found guilty. He can't be or he can. He can be found guilty there as well. Well, we know that. We definitely know that. I can't imagine. Damn, that man 80 years old. So when he went in, that's the question. When did he get incarcerated to be 80 now? And I hope it went in his 20s because that's sad.
My thing is, how does these women live with they still on that line like this? Like you reap the benefits and dip.
That's my thing. I'm trying to see, like,
I couldn't live with myself knowing I did that to somebody.
mm. Oh, so he 80 years old and he just not finna go and do life? He done lived his life already now?
But still, who want to end the situation like that?
Well, you know, I mean, you get what I'm saying. A
I
good
mean, I
thing is
do.
80 and not 18. It's unfortunate though. Neither one makes it good.
What type of repercussions gonna come down on these people that lie and then get found as liars on the stands? I don't want this to be
Oh
no
wow.
situation because I don't want folks to feel comfortable in doing this.
Right. So what do you think about the this person accusing Bill Cosby of something that happened back in
40
1990? I think that's it.
plus, no, 40 plus years ago. 40 plus years ago. Bro, come on. That's what I'm trying to point out right here. Like, if stuff like that able to come back up, y'all to think they changed the whole statute of limitations when it comes to rape victims and stuff like that with Bill Cosby case, which I feel like is BS. Because at the end of the day, why did it take you to when this man about to do something great for the culture and by NBC for y'all to speak up and try to get at him in his pocket, get at him in his pockets. And then we got Janice Dickinson. Oh, I mean, no offense to you, sweetie, but like you was already doing drugs. So what was the difference? Because this particular drug was already on commercials and stuff. Like they had Spanish Fly freaking commercials. And I'm
It's
pretty
time for
sure
it's time for the celebrities to come together, okay? Because all y'all gonna end up in jail, okay? In prison because they believe in anything that's said basically. And I was just sitting here thinking about how like I read an article when they were saying that they wasn't gonna charge T.I. and Tiny because too much time passed, it was out of statute of limitations. And I started thinking like R. Kelly just got found guilty on the federal level. You think that the feds gonna pick that case up and do the same thing with the RICO with them, saying that they ran a criminal enterprise also?
nope. Y'all saying that until we leave, so don't keep asking me. I repeat myself too many times. I should put
Oh,
myself on.
You said T.I. protected.
By who?
Look, that's the question. By who? Listen,
What you think the
I don't
nation?
know.
Well, who you think protecting them?
That's what I'm saying. Because if it worked now, and then you look at all these people that came out and said something happened to them with being drugged, and let me not. The tongue is very powerful, and by no way am I trying to jinx this on them. But I'm just thinking,
I
you
hope
know
he
what I'm
is. I
saying?
hope he is protected by the nation. That's the only thing I'm about to say. Tell me something.
He said the elites. Well,
Police up in there too. Shoot.
I hope that's right, cause baby,
But no, he did. He's very confident when he said he already made his money, so he ain't worried.
mm-hmm. Tiny protected from her dad. Her dad died.
Yeah, but like I don't know, they might. I'm telling you, they might know
What her
some.
daddy did? I mean, what he did for a living?
He was an artist. He was a music artist too.
I mean, so Corey, is your issue just with Kenneth, or is it all the lawyers? Because I just want to make sure we on the same page here. Because it's not like you blaming everything on Kenneth. What about these other lawyers that dropped the ball from the very beginning with motions and everything else?
You can't
I
ignore them.
wouldn't want Greenberg doing my appeal. I wouldn't want Greenberg represent me in Chicago.
Huh?
I wouldn't want Greenberg speaking on me no more.
I mean, it's definitely not a one-way street.
Oh, her dad amazing. Okay.
Oh, third degree. Okay. So is who? Mine and
I mean,
DJ.
yes, I'm just wondering, like,
I
is it
didn't.
just one lawyer who is at fault here, or are we blaming all of them?
Yeah, yeah, that'll work. Slide.
Hey, Miss Lady T.
You might want to drop the link.
Greenberg said that he would ask for a plea for him. Y'all, I just want to on Greenberg, like he playing with me.
Because he should have been asked for all of this stuff. Where's my other brush? That's why I can't do it. I can't even blend this stuff. It's so stupid. It looks stupid.
I mean, why would he ask for a plea?
They don't want my plea. He ain't pleading nothing guilty. That's my problem. That's all they was trying to do the whole time. Trying to make the man be guilty or something so they get a lesser time. I don't want no time. Hell, I done served the time that I should have served if that's the case. I don't want to add to it.
That's what I'm saying. And like, why would you be asking for a plea? Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I ain't taking no plea for nothing I ain't do.
Period.
Fuck that. I ain't taking no plea for nothing I ain't do. Period. I'm not doing it. Because the first thing they're going to say, you taking a plea, you admit to guilt.
What time you got to leave? Because I think you need to drop the link. I want to hear from Corey. If he can go ahead. Even if you aren't coming on camera. Because you're dropping jewels.
I don't know how to drop this link from the phone.
Like you copied it. Wait,
Okay, but how am I?
I can just put the link in there. Hold on.
Kenneth was the lead attorney for like 2 weeks before trial. Like, you can't just place all that on Kenneth.
Babe.
Like, that's crazy to me.
Wait, let me just go on another window. Hold on.
I seen how them folks was moving with them status updates, quiet as a mouse, scared to speak up, and they attorneys. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I can't blame. I can't put that blame all on just one man. No, no. Uh-uh.
Okay, I'm about to
I'm
drop the link.
hungry.
Same. I'm about to go eat though. Thank you. I'm about to probably have to switch to my phone because I'm about to be driving.
I want some ribs.
No, I don't want no ribs. No, I don't want no beef.
When did Farinella do a motion?
Man, we don't know with him.
Well, I don't even think. No, they didn't even submit enough motions.
Like the small
Oh,
amount, we should know
his
what they
issue was with Kannick and Becker. Hmm.
My
Look,
issue with Nicole because she wasn't even giving the information to Kenny. So if we want to go there, that's what I would say with that.
my issue is the fact that she said guilty. I mean, not guilty. Like, how the F you say that? Like, I understand you probably been a defensive attorney. No, like, you just can't make them type of mistakes. Like, them type of mistakes can't happen. Dana, you saying why do a motion?
I don't think he needed no plea motion. No motion to plea at all. I just don't agree with that.
No, that man ain't finna do no plea. That if he know he ain't did nothing wrong, he ain't finna do no plea. He don't care what people think. He know his truth. He ain't finna do no plea. What's the point of a plea? I don't even understand. Well, I guess because he could still go for appeal, so they wouldn't drop the state case or the fed case in Chicago. I guess because he can go to for appeal. It's crazy. Oh, you saying why is he mad at Kannick and Becker? I don't understand. I don't understand. He said, I know earlier in the comment section he was stating that Kannick did not he did not, you know, defend the RICO and racketeering and the Man Act thing. He didn't speak on that. He just pretty much debunked the witnesses that got on the witness stand. I don't know what Becker did because he didn't elaborate on that. I thought in Chicago he had a state case and a fed. I mean, like a state level and a federal level in Chicago. She literally did nothing. Literally nothing. Mm-mm. He better get Greenberg off of there. He better get him off of there. He doing too much talking to the media. Huh?
I was trying to direct me in my eyebrow.
You done now?
I'm gonna have to be done. This is gonna be what it is. I'm gonna actually do more stuff with my face money back. I had to do the minimal.
Yeah, okay, baby. Like, he just going on the whole press run talking bad about the other attorney, talking about how they didn't do what they need to do, like he did what he need to do. And then you still talking about you represent him in Chicago and talking about a plea deal, and you're gonna be talking about that. Get him out of there. Get
And
him out of there.
he didn't want to do that, but you want to talk about a plea deal.
Okay, he said he was mad at the ineffective counsel. So did Greenberg effectively counsel his client, Corey? That's my question. Are you saying that Greenberg effectively counseled his client and all the other attorneys? Do you feel like all of the other attorneys did effective counsel? I know you can't tell me that. And Greenberg is definitely not a good speaker or advocate, and he's supposed to be the attorney. I'm sorry. Wrong answer. Pay attention to Greenberg and Avenatti. A text, a hour behind each other. Oh, so Avenatti he had been tweeting too. Look, when you see them red flags, better take advantage of it. Greenberg been giving red flags. Period.
Yeah, I think what's the other dude? I can't think his name. From New York, the one that got kicked out the case.
Doug Anton.
Yes, like him alone. When they was both in the same team, so like I mean not the same, but you know what I'm saying, working together, I would just kick all of them off and start over. Cause
Hey Casey.
Canceled.
Koenig is being blamed for throwing the case because these people are listening to what Sharon Winbush is putting out there. Listen, no comment, because that's crazy. Greenberg is definitely a red flag. I wish R. Kelly would have hired Michael Jackson attorney and Bill Cosby. So here's the thing. I mean, maybe that would have been a good thing, right? But Bill Cosby still got found guilty and he had to win an appeal. So it's almost like, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, my thing, I'm not listening to nobody that wasn't physically there. When it comes
so
to
Dana, you think Doug Anton would have won the case by himself?
or what happened? Okay. Man, I gotta mute my phone. I'm in my laptop.
What? How you gonna mute it and then we don't hear what you say? Doug would have. I mean, I don't know, cause I ain't really. Y'all, this has been just rocky and messy when it comes to these
I'm
attorneys.
muted
Period.
because of a whole bunch of beep beep beep. What I just said, okay? Please. I don't know if he won the case, but I know he would have been paid for it before it was over. But that's all I'm gonna say. I ain't trust
everything happened for a reason.
man. Listen, that's why he.
It's crazy. What I will say though, y'all, it's unfortunate. And if this is what our justice system has come to, everybody need to be scared. And that's just on period. Just like for real.
You think Doug would have done a better job too? Man, how long you been watching and following this case? I'm curious.
Nicole was having trouble presenting the case because she used to be a prosecutor, attorney, and not a defense. That's why Judge Donnelly was coming hard at her. No, she ain't had no trouble presenting the case. When she said guilty, I mean not guilty, that was a problem for me. Because you as an attorney, like you don't have no room for error.
Oh, let me mute. What bad?
There's official danger. They need to bring Doug back. I don't know, y'all. I can't say yay or nay. But I do, I mean, the only response that I am going to say about Sharon Winbush is what I'm confused about. Well, during the trial, she wasn't saying anything negative about anything. Oh, they kicking their butt on the stand. Oh, they debunking everything. Then now that because he found guilty, they talking crazy. So it's like, it's too like wishy-washy for me. Like if he would have won, he would have been the best attorney in the world. But because these folks had a guilty verdict already set for this trial, now y'all dragging him. Like that's crazy to me.
All I'm saying
And
is time. Give him proper time. Give him proper time to actually get all the information that he was not afforded because a lot of them people that was already on the team did not send it over or did not hand it over to him, Nicole.
it's weird. I'm telling you, I just believe certain people were supposed to throw this case. So that's why these witnesses was able to sit up there and just say anything and call the government a lie and say, I ain't say that and I don't recall 30, 1100 times and nothing happened.
And I
It
still
was
feel like
supposed to be a thrown case.
it was a conflict of interest. Nicole was representing Azriel and Joy at one point, so she should have been representing him. That's a conflict of interest.
Right. And especially if you represented somebody that's sitting on the other side of the fence at this moment. It's
That's
just a
what
lot of discrepancies. None of this made sense. I hope it goes better with the appeal thing. But it's very, very messy. And I'm gonna say it again before I get off of here. Doug need to be fired off of every case. Don't speak on me no more. Type of situation. Period.
You mean Greenberg?
I mean, who I said?
You said Doug.
I mean, damn Greenberg. I know what I meant. But yeah, he need to be off. He don't need to be able to speak on nothing else.
Especially when
It's crazy.
you didn't even have this type of he had this much to say when you weren't even dropping the proper motions.
You see me? Like, don't look. I don't think I'm saying don't have selective outrage with these attorneys. Be mad at all them MFers if that's the case. Don't just choose and pick and choose.
Can I ask y'all a question in the chat? Do y'all feel like Greenberg would have did a better job than Candy? I'm curious. I'll wait.
Shit, Greenberg ain't have shit good to say. He wouldn't represent him properly either. So it's almost like if you got attorneys and they're supposed to be a team and they fight against each other because everybody want to be the big dog. I honestly believe Greenberg didn't want nobody else telling him what to do because he felt like I was the first attorney, so it's what I say go. Then you got I don't even know what the other folks said, but I don't know. It was just messy. This whole thing been messy from the witnesses, the accusers, the government, the lawyers, the internet, the media. Everything just been messy surrounding this whole thing.
Because he had people like Robert Kardashian representing and stuff. I feel like it's just certain places you got to play a role.
It's crazy.
Yeah. What's it about, lady?
Yeah. Hi, lady.
Hi. Who that is? Hey,
Jimmy. It's you.
Why I be talking to these? Why I be talking to these
children?
Well, look, I'm about to get my day started. I know you about to get ready to head out.
Okay.
Make sure y'all, I'm sure y'all already subscribed to the burner page. Do so if you hadn't done so already. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button on your way in or your way out when you watch this playback.
And share this
live. To the
channel.
Yeah, share this live and all of that. What you say, Kenneth was also a
prosecutor attorney too. He got prosecutor in a case in New York. Okay, my thing is I feel like you'd be able to separate the two when you're in law school and then like you come out and then you're actually practicing, you should be able to separate the two. Just like I feel like, but I feel like the judge don't know how to get out of prosecution seat, so I feel like she needs to go back to being a prosecutor.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your argument too. I agree. Dang, I couldn't open this the other day and I still couldn't open it.
Look, Corey, not 9 days on your closing arguments. Aren't we? Not 9 days. But Corey, I will say though,
I'm gonna subscribe to you because I just feel like you got some stuff to say. I expect you to utilize your platform for that if you don't already do so. I haven't been on your page, but I'm gonna go subscribe to you.
So Casey, I'm gonna say that that's an excuse because you should be able, if you decide to transition from being a prosecutor to a defense attorney, you should be able to transition properly with no issue.
If it's
There's
an
no
issue,
such thing
it's
as it's
understood.
not easy to transition, because if it's an issue for you, stay in your lane. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna use it for no excuse. I'm not gonna switch over from um I don't know an example from hot to cold and I can't transition well and I let that be an excuse. No. You no, and I wouldn't take on no high profile case if I can't
Right.
transition well. Like, I'm gonna stay in the background. Like, it's crazy to me. But I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Um, Make sure y'all subscribe to the burner page because we're gonna follow up with a live later on.
Yeah,
Huh?
later on today. I ain't gonna be gone long. You might be gone
Yeah.
long.
But I still be able to you know what I'm saying, to tune in and join if you open up your panel or whatever. But
Okay.
it's been real, y'all. I hope y'all have a joyous Saturday. What'd you say?
I am gonna open up the panel tonight. I want to hear other people's opinions.
Look,
Um,
Taylor, don't be scared to come in. Like, let's
yeah,
talk
like
about
chatting, but don't chat for real life.
right. It's easy to have a better dialogue if we can chop it up verbally instead of, you know what I'm saying, reading your comment or whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and head out, y'all. It's been real. It's your girl Charlie Nera in the burner page. Bye.